One mistake that I constantly see from founders sending cold email for the first time is that they send from their primary domain. And this is cold email 101, but you always need to create secondary domains for your outreach. Because if something happens to your domain's reputation, you don't want to risk being unable to communicate with your actual customers on your main domain. This is the idea. So let's say your company website is simei.io. So that's my agency website. And what you want to do is buy an additional 10 to 20 domains with similar names. So something like getsimei.io, hisimei.io, workwithsimei.io, and whatever variations make sense, then you redirect all of those domains back to your main domains. So if a prospect ever clicks through a secondary domain, it goes straight to your actual website. So there's never any confusion. Now, for each of those domains, you want to set up 2 to 3 inboxes. So let's say your name is Wesley. You want to create something like wesley@hisimei.io, wesley.h@workwithsimei.io, that kind of thing. Now, just to give you an example, this is a tool that I'm using that is managed my cold email campaign called Smartly. You can see that because I run an agency called simei.io, my secondary domain is runsimei.com, simeico.com, bsimei.com, all that kind of stuff. And because my name is Wesley, I want to have an email, something like Wesley at secondary domain, my last name at secondary domain, Wesley H at secondary domain, so on and so forth. This is to give you an example on how you should configure your infrastructure. Now, your secondary domain should look like your primary domain. Close enough to be credible, but different enough to be separate, right? So let's say my main domain is simei.io. Good secondary domains would be simei.co, getsimei.com, trysimei.team.com, so on and so forth. And when you create your secondary domains, here are a few things you should avoid. Number one is number. So anything like simei123.com because it looks very spammy. Avoid long names like simei-sales-outreach.com because obviously it's very ugly. And last but not least, try to avoid bad TLDs like .xyz, .info, .biz because they are essentially spam magnets. So a good rule of thumb is stick to .com or .co because they do have the best deliverability. You can also get away with .io, but it does get a little bit expensive. Real quick, I want to send you a little gift before you go. I'm Wesley, I run Simei, and we help B2B teams book meetings with Cold Outbound. So if this was helpful, join the Cold Academy and grab our entire outbound playbook for free. No catch. Plus, you get access to me directly to look over your campaigns and exclusive discounts on tools, databases, and a bunch more. Links in the description. And if you want us to run your outbound campaign, book a call with my team. The link's down there too. Don't forget to subscribe. Just start sending, and I'll see you in the next one.